category, multiple row subquery, where you can return more than one row of result. You can be using it in many ways. We will see them one by one. So we'll see how to work on multiple row nested subquery. So let's see an example. Find the marks of students in Kochi. Okay, so let's simply write the query, select M1, select the M1 marks from test underscore STU, where city equal to Kochi. Spellings should be correct or else you will not get the answer. So copy, I'll paste over here. Look here. I'm getting multiple row as the answers. Okay. Now let's see. Imagine you get a question like this. Like, you know, the question is, find names and marks of, you can write together with me, find the names and marks of students where M1 marks are greater than those in Kochi. Okay. We did somewhat similar thing earlier. Ryan's mark, but you know, Ryan had only one mark. So a single row subquery. But look here, find the names and marks of the students whose M1 marks are greater than those living in Kochi. If you look at the Kochi people, they have 3 marks. So, you know, your outer query, it should work on all these multiple rows. You should check each one's mark. Look here, PVM 72. This has to be checked with 55, not only 55, with 20 and even with 12. 23. It has to be checked by 55, 20 and 12. This 23, you have to compare it with all these 3. 63, you have to compare with all these 3. But earlier, you just had to check with Ryan's, a single row. But here, you know, it is completely different. You have to check it with all these 3. So that is why in multiple row subqueries, you do have keywords called any and all. So we learn about these keywords called any and all. Now, this any and all operators, they combine with your arithmetic operators. So please have it down. Greater than all means more than the highest value returned by the subquery. Less than all means less than the lowest value returned by the subquery. Greater than any means less than the highest value. Greater than any means more than the lowest value. Equal to any means equal to any value. Now imagine your multiple row subquery gave you 3 values, 55, 20 and 12. So these are the marks of the people who are in Kochi. These are the M1 marks of people who live in a place called Kochi. Now let's see what do you mean by each of these. Now greater than all means more than the highest value returned by the subquery. Look here, which is the highest value over here? 55. So imagine you have a number called 77 that will qualify under greater than all. It looks into all the values, greater than all the values, which means, you know, greater than the highest value, 55, which means, you know, a number like 77, it can very much qualify. Imagine you have a number called 45. What is it? Greater than all. It should be greater than all the values over here. 45 is greater than 12, greater than 20, but not greater than 55. 45 will not qualify. Only 77 will qualify. So let's find out what do you mean by less than all. Less than all means it should be lesser than all the values over here. It should be lesser than all the values. It should be lesser than the least value, 12. So imagine you have a number called 15. Okay, it should be less than all the values. It is not less than 12. So, 15 will not qualify. But imagine you have a number called 8. 8 is less than all the values, which means 8 is less than the least value 12. 8 will very much qualify. Now let's find out what do you mean by any. Less than any. Less than any means imagine you do have a number called 15. Okay, you have a number called 15. It should be less than any value over here. Less than either 55, less than either 20, or less than either 12. That is why they say it should be less than the highest value. So very simple, check whether it is less than 55. Yeah, very much. It will qualify. Imagine you even have a number called 8. Less than any value, 8 will also qualify. Greater than any value. Greater than any value. Imagine you have the same which I showed you first. Greater than 77. Sorry, 77. Greater than any means it should be greater than any value. Either be greater than 55 or greater than 20 or greater than 12. 77 will qualify. Let's even see 45. Greater than any means greater than any value. It is greater than 55, no. But it is greater than 20, greater than 12 also. That is why they say more than the lowest value. So, 45 will also qualify. Equal to any. Imagine you have a number called 77. It should be equal to any of the values. Equal to 55? No. Equal to 20? No. Equal to 12? No. So 77 will not qualify. Imagine you have a number called 12. Okay. Equal to 55? No. Equal to 20? No. 12 equal to 12? Yes. So 12 will qualify. This is what you mean by greater than all. More than the highest value. Less than all. Less than the lowest value. Less than any value. Less than any value. Greater than any value. Equal to any value. Okay. So let's come back to our query. Find the names and marks of the students where marks are greater than those in Kochi. So, select. What do you want? You even want the name and M1 from test_stu, where you will have a condition where the M1 marks are greater than, we even have the Kochi people's marks. What is the Kochi people marks? Select M1 from test_stu where city equal to Kochi. Kochi should be in single quotes. Okay, so look here. These Kochi people, they have marks of 55, 20, and 12. Okay, so you have to find out marks of the students M1. Okay, M1 greater than any of these. Greater than any of these, or you yourself can give, like, or you want to give greater than all, you can give so. So anyway, this is how you write it. Greater than, or what was it? Or okay, we see lesser than, that is easier. Lesser than Kochi. Lesser than Kochi. Do you have anything greater than Kochi? Anyway, we see lesser than. Okay, M1 is less than. Okay, any. Less than any means 55, 20, 12, 72. It should be lesser than any of these. Will not qualify. 23, yeah, it's lesser than. 23, yeah, it is lesser than. 63 will not qualify. Let's see. I have an error where M1, where I did not give a where M1 less than okay. Just cross check, select star from test underscore STU. Let's see. I'll even give my Kochi marks, select name, comma, M1 from test underscore STU, where city equal to Kochi. Name not needed. Yeah, city is equal to Kochi. Okay, let's see. This is the answer which I got. I'm just going to cross verify. Kochi, I have 55, 20, and 12. Okay. So what did I say? Less than any of these, which can either be less than 55 or less than 20 or less than 12. Let's find out. 72, it doesn't satisfy less than any of these marks. 72 did not come up. Okay. I have a 23. 23, yes, less than any of these. 23 satisfies. This 23 also satisfies. 63, that also satisfies. Now let me check my Kochi marks. 55. That doesn't satisfy because it is equal to. It doesn't satisfy the less than. Okay. Then I have my 20. Yeah, 20 satisfies. 20 has come over here. Then I even have my 12. So I've got 4 marks which are less than any of these: 55, 20, and 12. So I've got 12, 20, 23, and 23. Okay. The same way I can have greater than any of the marks. Okay. Greater than any of those in Kochi. So, let's see. Okay. Greater than any in Kochi means you should be getting Vinesh. You should be getting Vinesh greater than any. You should be getting Nina, and yeah, you'll be getting all these. You'll be getting many answers. You'll be getting many. Let's see. Yeah, you'll be getting many people greater than any. Very simple. All those marks greater than 12. Let's say you give less than all. Okay, less than all, which means it should be less than 12. Any mark less than 12. Let us find out. Let us find out if there's any mark less than 12. Less than all means less than all these three: 55, 20, and 12. Let's find out. Sorry, it is greater than all. So greater than 55. Greater than 55. Who all do we have? We have Vinesh and Kirti. Yeah. Not Vinesh, who? Kirti and, yeah, 72. Kirti and Nanna. Greater than 55. We have only Kirti and Nanna. Let's find out less than all. Copy. Okay. If you look over here, less than all means less than 12. If you look here, less than 12, you have nobody. Let's see. Let's see whether you get no answer. No row selected, because less than 12, there is nobody. We were learning nested subqueries. In that, we were doing multiple row queries. We did see any. We did even see a keyword called all. Today, we will see something called exist, not exist, in, not in. Okay, so these are what we will be concentrating today: exist, not exist, in, and not in. Now, if you look, multiple row subqueries, using all these you can do. Using all these you can do. Any all, we are done with it. So now we will be looking into exist and not exist. And even if you look till now, we were doing on a single table. Now, let's see, imagine you do have 2 tables, 2 or more tables. How will we work on it? And what do you mean by exist, not exist, in, not in? So what we'll do for the time being is we'll just learn about exist and not exist first. Okay, so look here. You have two tables over here. I have a table called department 1. I just simply named the department 1 because, I do have a table called a department. Sometime I created some long time back. I don't remember when. So that is why, I gave this table a name called DEPT1. And, for uniformity, I even gave another table, teacher. I gave it the name TEACHER1. Okay. So anyway, let's come to our department table. The department table, you have a department ID. You even have department names, which are varchars. And you even have a budget for the departments. I just gave everything 100. It isn't much significant, but anyway, department table, I do have department ID, department name, department budget, out of which department ID is my primary key. I do have a second table called teacher, where I have a teacher ID, which is the primary key. The teacher name of the teachers, I've got some 9 or 10 teachers. Then the department ID, which department does the teacher belong to? As you can understand, department ID is the foreign key, which is connected to department ID, primary key of the department. And then I do have salary for all of my teachers. Now, you have teachers in many departments. You have teachers in many departments. Now, if you look carefully, there could be departments where you do not have any teachers. Okay, so let's find it out. Have a question. Which are the departments? Which are the departments which do not have teachers? Which are the departments which do not have teachers? Okay, so if you look into your department table, department ID 2 is there, or you look from here 1. Just check whether you have a teacher in department 1. Yeah, you do have a teacher in department 1. Department 2, yes, you do have 3 teachers. Department 3, you have a teacher. Department 4 also you have you have 2 teachers. Department 5, you do not have a teacher. Okay, so you have a department which doesn't have a teacher. Anyway, in this particular table, there is only one department where I don't have a teacher. You can have many departments. You can have many departments. You can just simply go on adding things, which means that you can have more than one department which do not have teachers, so that it satisfies my multiple rows. As of now, I do have only a single row. But anyway, so the question is very clear. Which are the departments which do not have teachers? Okay, as all of you told, you have to find out which do not have teachers, which means you have to use the not exist. Let's see how you use it. Now, what do you want? You want the department name. You want the department name of the department where teachers do not exist. From which table? From department 1. And you have to give a condition. Now, look here. You get the department name from your first table, and in your second table, you have to find out this particular field. Take this particular column, DID, and you have to find out which DID do not exist over here. Okay, so where not exist. Okay, you have an S over there, exists, and I typed, I left it out. Okay, where not exist, from which table? From my teacher table. So let's write the query over here. You have to select the DID over here. Select DID because that is the field which you want to be checking. DID from which table? My teacher 1 table. Okay, very simple. You have to select all the DID over here and find out the DIDs which do not exist. Okay, take the DIDs from here and do a comparison with this table and find out which do not exist. Now look here, you are going to connect those two tables. You are going to make a comparison between these two tables. So as I told you long back, whenever you want to do a connection between two tables, you should always have where DEPT1 dot, which is the connecting field DID. Okay, Gloria told me earlier, DID is the connecting field. So now you're going to do a connection between the two tables to find out this answer. So you'll have to give department1 DID is equal to teacher1 dot DID. Okay, I'll end up my query. That's it. I do get bio. Okay, so let's say I just do a bit of mischief. I'll just insert one more field. Insert into department1 values. I'm inserting one more. Okay, a department called 6, a department called commerce with a budget of, let's say, 500. Okay, now when I select star from DEPT1, okay, I even have a department called commerce. And if you look into my teacher table, obviously I do not have a commerce because then I just recently entered it. So what I'll do now is, look here, bio and commerce, I do not have teachers over there. Okay, so bio and commerce, they are the rows which do not have a corresponding entry in my second table. So, let's do the reverse of this. Which are the departments which have teachers? Which are the departments which have teachers? It's the reverse of this. Earlier, what we did is, which are the departments which do not have teachers? Now, what I'm planning to do is, which are the departments where there are teachers? Now, in the chat box, quickly give me a reply. I'll do it. Select, you just want the department name. So, I give department name. From which table? From my department1 table, where you need to find out whether it is there or not. Not whether it is not there, whether it exists. So I'll give exists. Spelling should be correct. S. Which field do you need to do a comparison? You can do a comparison only with your DID because those are the connecting fields. Select DID, which is the second table, my inner query table from teacher1, where you're connecting two tables. So my department1 DID should be equal to my teacher1 DID. Just copy paste. And let's see. Now what I want is the departments where there are teachers. Just copy. I'll paste it over here. So they're telling me 3 departments: CS, Civil, EC, Mech. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. CS, Civil, EC, Mech. Now I can do a bit more mischief over here. I can order by department name so that it comes alphabetic. Okay, now it came alphabetic. Together we can learn multiple column queries. Multiple column queries are very simple. Now look here, you are getting only a single column over here, isn't it? Now imagine you want more than one column. So all what I want to give is, look here, I'm just selecting one column, the D name. Can give a call, comma, DID, comma, what else did I have? I even have a D budget. D budget. Okay. Now this is a nested subquery with multiple rows and multiple columns. Okay. Multiple rows, I got the answer. together with multiple columns. The same way you can even do the remaining with multiple rows and multiple columns. Okay, this was the one where you do not have teachers, biology and commerce. Here what I'm going to do is where, I have teachers, multiple row, multiple column, order by multiple row, many rows, many columns, and together with by order by. One thing you need to remember is everybody, when they write exist, not exist query, the error which comes up is everybody will write over here where DID not exist. Because when you think logically, you should write it like that. Whether, look in your table, whether this DID should be existing in this DID. So the normal error everybody has is they will write the field even over here where DID not exist in the remaining. So let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Okay, you will get an error. You will get an error. When you're using exist and not exist, you need not write the common field over here because you have this and this. Automatically it will be taken in your outer query. You need not worry about that. SQL is much more brainier than you. They will do it. Okay, so this is the common mistake that everybody does. They will write where DID not exist, or here they write where the common field is DID exist. It will give you an error. So these are the only things you need to remember. Here need not write anything. Just simply write where not exist. Where exist, it will work perfectly. So we are done with multiple row, multiple column using exist and not exist. The next is in, not in. In and not in. That is also for multiple rows, multiple columns. You can do all that. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind is all the queries you write with exist and not exist, you will be able to write even with in and not in, and the vice versa. Okay, that is actually the beauty of Oracle. The same query, you can write it in different fashions using different keywords. There is no hard and fast rule that you should be writing a query using only a particular keyword. Nothing like that. Only thing is at the end of the day, you should be getting the answer for the query. That's it. Okay, so let's work on the same question. Which are the departments which do not have teachers? Okay, we'll work on the same question. Which are the departments which do not have teachers? Now, this particular question, you can very well do it with, look here, it is do not have teachers, which means you can work it with the not exist. You should be working it with the not exist. Now, imagine you're using in, not in. Type in a chat box. Will you be using in or not in? So let's see how you write it with the not in. Now, before you write it with the not in, I'll just copy my not exist query over here so that you will get to understand the difference between both. Okay, so this is my not exist. This is my not exist. Now, the same query, I will be even writing it with my not in. Okay, so what all do I want? I'm going for multiple column. I want my D name, DID, and budget. From which table? From my department table. Okay, there is no difference till here. Where, okay, so each time I type, please look into the difference between both the queries. Where you're not using not exist, instead you are using not in. But when you're using not in, come back to my table. Which is the connecting field? The connecting field is my DID. So you should write over here DID. You remember I told you the error everybody makes in not exist is they write the DID over here. In not exist, you will not write the common field, but in not in, you will write the common field where not in. And then my inner query, select, okay, Which of the common field, which do I have to do a comparison? DID. Select DID from which table? From my teacher one table. Okay, from my teacher one table. Now look here, this is where the beauty of not in comes. When you were doing not exist, you had to give this comparison in your inner query, and you did not have the common field in your outer query. When you do not in or in, you will not write the comparison inside. Instead, you will write the common field outside. So let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. Just select this, we'll copy. Yeah, I get the departments which do not have teachers. Okay, so when I use my not in, it is similar to my not exist, but the differences are I write my common field outside, and because I'm writing my common field outside, I need not write a comparison inside. Now let's continue. Which are the departments which have teachers? Which have teachers? So quickly type, is it in or not? Yeah, in is the correct answer. So what I'll do is, I'll just take my exist query and put it over here, and then let's type. Okay, select the department name from department one. Till there it is okay. You are to use the in. You can use it. You can have the same query with either in or exist, no issues. But anyway, I told you to do it with the in, so you are doing it with the in. Where, okay, because you're using the in query, the common field should be written outside. In, select, Control C, Control V, I'll end up my query. Because you wrote the common field outside, need not write the common field inside. Okay, so now I'm finding out the departments which do have teachers. I'll just copy, I'll paste it over here. Yeah, CS, Civil, EC Mech. I did a multiple row, multiple column in. Using exist, find the departments which have teachers with a salary greater than 500. So, let's look into a teacher table. Okay, you have a lot of teachers with lots of salaries. So teachers greater than 500, I do have Renu. Okay, you want the department name, isn't it? Department name. So it is 214. 214, 124, which means, I should get CS, Civil, and Mech. Okay, so the first thing what you have to do is, check whether a particular department is there, and then display the department name. So first we'll write the basic query, and then we'll give the condition. So first, we'll find out the teachers, the department names of all the teachers which are there in the second table. So select department name from DEPT1, where, okay, they've told me to use exist. So I'll write exist over here. Okay, and then my inner query. Now, which is my common field, DID. Select DID from which table? From teacher one table, where I put in my condition, my connection. What is it? D name, DEPT1 dot DID is equal to teacher one dot DID. Okay, so with getting the department names of all the teachers which are connected to some department, but they have given me a condition where the salary is greater than 500. So, very simple. I put in a condition over here, and TSAL, isn't it? Salary is TSAL greater than 500. Let's see. Copy, I paste it over here. CS, civil and mech. I'll just do a checking. Renu, 214. 214. Civil, CS and mech. Civil, CS and mech. Yeah, it comes out perfect. Okay. So, you can always add up conditions and then write. The same thing you can do it even with your in, where DID in. You can do away with this. Just copy this from here. Put it that side. Yeah. I get the same answer. CS civil mech, CS civil mech. You can use it with exist or in. Using exist and in. So you'll have to write two sets of queries using exist and in. Find the departments where teachers' names end with something. Let's say I, with a small I. Which are the departments where the teachers' names end with I? So I do have I've got two gopis. I have a gopi and a gopi, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 means CS and civil. Okay. So, I anyway have my inquiry over here. I'll just continue with that, where it is not salary greater than 500. It is T name. So how do you write it? T name like, isn't it? T name like. It should end with I. It should end with a small I. Beginning, whatever, I am not bothered. So I give a percentage I. I just copy this. Come here and paste. Okay, let's check. I had Gopi, na? Gopi, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is CS and civil. 1 and 2 is CS and civil. I can make this a multiple column query. I give comma DID, comma D budget. Okay, the moment I write comma over here, it now becomes a multiple row, multiple column. I'll just copy this, paste it this side. Multiple row, multiple column. Now that we are done with all these exist, not exists, in and not in, we will learn on how can you perform delete and update operations with the help of exist, not exist, in and not in. Okay, so we'll see that with the help of the same table, so that you need not create tables again. So let's have a small question. Write down a question. Okay, we'll first do delete. Okay, first we'll do delete operation. Delete from, okay, delete the teacher whose name ends in L. Okay, now you can write a simple delete query for this. Okay, you can simply write a delete from teacher 1 where name ends, name like percentage L. You can write it very simply, but I'm going a bit complicated. Use the exist. You can either use exist or in. Use exist or in to delete the teacher whose name ends in L. Question is to delete. You need not want to select anything. Delete from which table? Delete from my teacher table. Okay. So mind you, whenever you're using your exist or in, you should be comparing between two tables. So, I have to compare with none other than my parent table. My parent table is DEPT1 and that is connected with my DID. So, I will be using even my DEPT table and I will be doing a comparison with DID. As you all know, why? Because, I have to use my exist in. You can very well do this query without this. You can go very simple a delete query, but I'm going the complicated way. So delete from which table? From my teacher table. So I'll write delete from my teacher table. Delete from my teacher one table. The remaining everything is the same. Where exists, okay, Control C, where exists. Now, I will write my inner query away. This is where you have to be careful. Now look here. Earlier, when you were doing the selection, you were doing a comparison between this DID, and then you were checking whether, all these DIDs, they were over here and all that. But here, now look here, I am telling whose name ends in L. There is always a possibility that there can be more than one corresponding record over here. Luckily over here, I do have only this one name which ends up in L, Angel. Now imagine my question was ends in I. Look here, I do have two people who end up with I, Gopi, Gopi. Or imagine I had something else, ends in M. I've got two people, Ram, Ram, Ram Shyam. A, I've got Reena, Sona, and so on. Anyway, my question was just L. Unfortunately, L does only Angel. So, there is always a possibility that you can have more than one row which can match your inner query. So, I give over here select star from which table? From my DEPT1 table. Okay, select star from DEPT1, and then I give my condition over here where okay, or okay, you actually need not give star over here because I went wrong when I told teacher one. The multiple rows will be deleted from here. You're writing DEPT1 inside, no? So it is not two Rams, two Shyams and all that. DID is perfectly fine. Anyway, let's see. And you have to give the condition ends in L, right? What is my condition? And name, T name, like what ends in L means percentage L. Let's see whether Angel goes away. Let's see whether Angel goes away. Select star itillelam kodapilla. Select DID. Let's see. Yeah, it goes. You need not give star. That common field is enough. Okay, let's see whether Angel went away. Select star from teacher one. Yeah, Angel went away. Okay, the delete star, no, that will automatically happen over here. Okay, so you need not, when I told somehow it went wrong. That DID got deleted away. Delete from teacher, all the rows, even if it is Ram Shyam, Gopi, Reena, Sona, all that will go away from here. Here you can give select DID. Even if you give star, it wouldn't be a problem. The same query, I'm doing it with the in. I wrote my common field outside. Inside, I didn't give my common query. I did ends in I because L, it already went away, like I, which means this Gopi and Gopi should have gone away. Let's see, they're telling me two rows deleted. I'll just check. Select star from teacher one. Both the Gopis should have gone away. Yeah, Gopi, it did go away. Now, next we'll see the update operation. I'll just delete off all this. How do you do update operation with your exist and in? Exist and in. So let's have a question. Increase all the teachers salaries by 10. Okay, so that is an update. I do have 100, 800, 200, 700, 200 and all that. I need to make this 110, 810, 210 and so on. Very simple. You can use a normal update query, but I'm going the bigger way. I'm telling you, do it with an exist and in. Okay, so let's see how you do it. Now, look here. Which is the table you need to update? You need to update the teacher table, isn't it? So just take this query here and then write it over here for reference. Okay. I need to update my teacher table. Teacher 1. Okay, this is the table which I want to update. What do I want to do? I want to make the salary TSAL. TSAL is equal to TSAL plus 10. Then the remaining where exist, blah, blah, blah. The same story again. Where exist, select DID from department 1, where department 1 ID is equal to teacher1.did. Let's see what happens. They're telling me 5 rows updated. Never believe what they tell. Always do a select query afterwards and see if the teacher salary have increased. Yeah, everybody salary got increased by 10 rupees. Same thing you can do even with your inquiry. How do you do it? You write over here, update teacher 10, where DID in, if you write the common field outside. Okay, here you need not give in the condition. Just copy this. I'll put it this side. 5 rows updated. Select star from teacher 1. Look here, 110, it became 120 and so on. So, exist and in updation.